Hello and welcome to the Nerd Table, where all we do is talk about shit. So, right now we'll be discussing Fox Studios, 20th Century Fox.
Yep.
We're gonna focus on their comic book stuff for this episode. So Fox has the rights to Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Yep.
They've done a fantastic job with X-Men.
Sure. Yep. There have been a few blunders here and there. The first two films are great. The third film was a complete mess, and things are kind of
all over the place.
Yeah. But it can be said that they've made good films.
It can also be said that they made the first gritty film for, like...
Yeah. Them and Spider-Man. That's the reason we've got everything.
That's the reason we have superhero movies right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then you've got their Fantastic Four films.
Attempts.
Use the term film loosely. This is...
Fantastic Four AU fiction.
Yeah.
They have made a Fantastic Four movie this is their fourth attempt this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And naturally when you lose $50,000 on your last movie...
You reach into the couch cushion, grab $1 and fund the next one.
Exactly. So Fantastic Four 2 is being written by Simon Kinberg right now.
Yeah. Fan Four Stick 2.
It's going to be awful.
You look at the universes that they've built. X-Men was pretty well done. As we said earlier, they had some good films. X1, X2, and then you had stuff like Last Stand and Origins Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
But you reckon they made good films. They weren't just... And this is the thing with Fantastic Four. They weren't just making the films to uphold a license. They were making these because
for entertainment.
For entertainment, because they wanted to make the films. With Fantastic Four, it's been to uphold a license.
And that kind of shows how little they really care about their fans, is that
Yeah.
they're more concerned with just keeping the license for the sake of keeping it. They don't even want to make a decent movie.
If they truly wanted to make a good Fantastic Four movie, they could have done it years ago. I mean, Incredibles was made in, 2004?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was made in 2004, and it captures the essence of Fantastic Four better than...
anything they've done.
Yeah. And that's the problem with making a film just for licensing. You do it enough, and you'll just ruin the concept, and no one will be affected by seeing it there because of the bad history your film's had. I mean, when Fantastic Four came out this year, when it was announced, what did you guys first think of?
When it was announced, I was worried, but when they played that first trailer, I was sold. They sold me. It took them a year to sell me on that, and then they blew it up in my face.
Same. Yeah. It looked beautiful from all the trailers and the hype they were getting, and then the actual movie itself came out and just...
Yeah, unfortunately, they cut everything from those trailers.
Exactly.
I mean, getting away from the trailers, when you first heard of it...
I was worried.
Yeah, you must have thought of
I thought of the previous attempts.
And that's the thing. That's only going to get worse as they keep making more films.
Yes.
It'll get continually worse until eventually you hear Fantastic Four and
you breathe a sigh of
meh.
Fuck no.
It's not even that. You get to the point where you've gone past that and you just don't care if they make it or not.
It's getting to be one of those films like Terminator.
Yeah. Terminator had 2 great entries, and you can't even say that about Fantastic Four. They haven't had a good entry.
Well, I mean, that one that they didn't finish was pretty great with Mole Man.
Definitely.
But yeah. So, another thing to go with this. Marvel and DC both have their
respective
showrunners, if you will.
Yes.
They have their respective universes, but they have people in control of the universes.
Mm-hmm. Zack Snyder, Kevin Feige.
Yeah, and Kevin Feige for Marvel. Bryan Singer is the only one who's shown results when it comes to Fox's properties. So then why aren't they putting him in the place of showrunner?
Because Fox likes to push around their directors. They're the big company. Like, why do you think they hired small directors for these new, I don't even remember who directed X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it looked terrible.
Josh Trank is not a very well-known director.
He made Chronicle, and Chronicle was all right.
They could push him around as much as they wanted, and look where that got the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
Look where that got him. That whole business on Twitter is not going to blow over anytime soon.
No, but that was his fault. Like
Yeah.
that was probably
That
the
was not
dumbest
how you
thing he
react.
could have done. But we've got just put Bryan Singer up there. You're guaranteed to make the money that you're so desperate to make, keep the rights that you're so desperate to keep, and it won't be a shitty film.
Yeah. And not only a good film, you could form a good universe.
Exactly.
Think about the things that unite the X-Men and the Fantastic Four concepts. It's all based around, in some way, science.
Yeah.
If you were to make a crossover with these two universes, you were making your X-Men films, which people like, and you're making your Fantastic Four films, which, if you were to do correctly,
people would like.
Galactus is not a space force.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying right now. Galactus is not a space fart. Get your shit together.
Well, to get away from Fox, because there isn't a ton to talk about other than just they've really screwed up and they have to get their act together.
Fox, you need to scrap Fantastic Four 2 right now.
It would be really interesting
Scrap it?
to
No,
see.
if the best way to salvage this, scrap their next Fantastic Four film. Finish their X-Men series. So it's, what do we have next?
Currently, next is Deadpool.
Yeah, they've got Deadpool, Apocalypse, and
Gambit.
And then is the third Wolverine...
The third Wolverine, there's so much hype around, and it's supposedly going to be Old Man Logan, but
Alright.
there's no way they can do Old Man Logan.
They've got their 4 stories, and then they can do whatever small spin-offs they want. But that's the thing.
Don't make it a spin-off.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
Just have a cameo.
What I'm saying is this. Reference it in a small way after you've established... first off, establish the X-Men universe. Then...
The X-Men universe has been established since 2000.
But I mean, correct all the flaws that exist there and truly make it a tight-knit universe. And then try your best to introduce and integrate a new version of the Fantastic Four into that.
Yeah.
Into this universe.
Don't jump into a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Black Panther's movie comes out in 2017 or 2018.
Yeah.
Wakanda has been referenced twice in the previous Marvel movies.
Yeah, and he's
Black
only
Panther's gonna
first
be
showing up in Civil War.
Black Panther's going to be showing up in Civil War before he gets his own solo film.
Yeah.
Fox, take a hint.
Yeah,
you don't need to start with a Fantastic Four film. You've had this comic book world.
You've been establishing it since 2000. It's
been over almost 16 years now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Looking at Marvel, they have been just
dominating.
Yeah, you look at their television. Other than their Netflix stuff, is a bit weak.
Yeah, Netflix. The Netflix is good, but I mean, I stopped watching. I'm a hardcore Marvel fan. I stopped watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after the first couple episodes of season 1.
Yeah, same. And you came back to it.
I came back to it for a couple episodes in season 2 after the Hydra incident.
Yeah, and that's another thing you get into with Marvel. They're establishing their universe. They're getting into wave 3 or 4 next 3, isn't it?
I believe it's phase 3 coming up next because
so they're getting
was
into
the
phase
last
3,
film.
and they're expanding. You hear talk of Doctor Strange. They're expanding the concepts they're showing.
Yeah, you've got your espionage films with Captain America: Winter Soldier. You've got your heist film Ant-Man. You got your magic film Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they can cover all sorts of genres, which is really what the superhero medium is
it's
known
supposed
for.
to be.
Yeah, and
it's
that
not
brings
all guys in tights.
And that brings in the thing with them. There can be a little, they've managed their continuity pretty well, but then you get the cross between their film and their television.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's just, the cross with that can get a little difficult. You've got fans like me where I don't watch the Marvel TV series or have to, and I don't feel a need to watch through it to catch the story, but then you've got a thing where the people who do can have, like with Winter Soldier, plot lines from the films ruined by, and a very good plot line, mind you.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was a fantastic film that was completely undermined by Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. And to get into... And that's where Marvel should look a little bit... I'm all for them connecting the universes if they're able
reference
to...
it. Don't
reference it,
rely
but don't...
on it.
Exactly. Don't have it, don't have it so incredibly interconnected that you're spoiling your own plots.
Don't use your movies to sell your TV series.
Exactly. And then you look at DC. Their TV series is its own separate entity. Well, multiple TV series you've got their main continuity with Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and whatever else they're going to do. And then you've got their side projects that they just kind of keep around because they wouldn't fit into the main scheme of it. And then you've got their movies.
Right.
They don't mix these. I mean, people... That's the thing. For people who would want to get into a DC movie that mixed the show's continuity, they have to catch on to what? Up to the first 4 seasons, 3 plus the upcoming season of Arrow, an entire season of The Flash, and they would have to follow these, and then also risk spoiling the plots to the films.
Right.
So it's incredibly difficult to manage. But looking back, DC's universe is starting.
DC's universe is starting, and it's looking to start off on a good note.
Yeah, Man of Steel was a little weak, I'll admit, but it showed something different. It didn't show a Superman at the height of his power or his prime. It
didn't show the big blue Boy Scout.
Yeah, it showed a Superman that was new to the whole idea, and
couldn't save everyone.
Yeah,
he was a realistic hero.
Yeah,
you got your guy whose one dad tells him to let people die, and one dad tells him to show off his powers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just rip off honest trailers. He honors both by showing off his fancy powers and letting people die.
But yeah, if you look at it, here's another thing DC has over Marvel at the moment is their villain. They've had one film.
Absolutely true. One film is demolished. Like you could argue for Loki, but most of Marvel's villains are cardboard cutout. Evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah.
I mean, there's little to no backstory whatsoever on Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Why is he evil? He's evil because
he wants to be.
Because there's been a war between his family and...
Between one race and another race that no one really gives a shit about. The Dark Elves from Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, there are just a ton of...
They're evil because their name is the Dark Elves.
Yeah, and you've got Zod's character, which is he's simply trying to preserve his race.
Yes.
He thinks he's
the hero.
Thing.
Yeah, and that's the scariest villain.
The parallels with this, he's being like the one person who has the capability to stop his plan is also of his race.
That's right. So that makes it incredibly difficult for him.
Yeah. So, looking back at these are two different universes that have functioned in vastly different ways. DC's starting their universe, and they have a ton of plot lines they're going to introduce and evolve on. And Marvel's universe is stepping into its golden... Well, would you say golden age, or into more of its modern age in terms of...
Oh my, I would definitely call Phase 2 the better phase. Mm-hmm. Because fuck Iron Man 2.
That's, like, Fox doesn't have to follow one formula or another, but they definitely need to pick things up. They shouldn't just be making a film
for the sake of making a film.
So would you like to close this off then?
Thanks for watching. We'll continue the what I like to call our Fuck Fox series next episode.
Next episode we're covering the cinematic travesty that is the Percy Jackson series.
If you thought I didn't talk much during this, just wait. I'm going to tear them several new assholes.
And then violate them.
Well, that's why he's tearing them.
Beyond that?
We're the nerd table.
This is the nerd table.
Cool people aren't allowed.
This is a nice table. I love it.
Get your foot off the table.
I'm caressing it, you bitch!